Okay, winning his first career pole is Sunoco Rookie of the Year candidate Tyler Reddick, and he drives the number 19 Draw-Tight Ford. Congratulations, Tyler. And maybe just talk about the thrill of winning your first career pole, and then how you think that qualifying format went, and then finally your thoughts about leading the pack or leading the field to the green tomorrow.
Well, definitely, it means a lot to get a pole in my rookie year. We've had some previous opportunities to capture a great qualifying runner and potentially a pole, but just came short. It's been kind of a similar situation with the drafting and getting the right pole at some of these mile and a half and Daytona, these different places. But it means a lot to get it for BKR, the number 19, and Draw Tight Ford, obviously, and everybody that's been a part of the organization for the last couple of years. We've worked our tails off to we started with poles and we were working on wins, and the team's gotten a few of those this year, and hopefully we can continue that. But no, it's great to start up front, especially at Talladega. There's a lot of things that can go on, a lot of uncertainties, and starting up front and staying kind of out of that mess is it's a great feeling for everybody on our side. We have Ryan starting fifth, and hopefully we can work together, get together, and make some magic happen. It's Talladega. It's all about working together with other people to the best of your ability, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
Questions for Tyler, Reed, and then Stan.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Tyler, that last session proved that 5 trucks are better than 3, even if the three got a second lap. How did you guys come to organize the group that you were in, and basically tell me how the lap played out?
It was honestly just a waiting game. You don't want to be the first one on the racetrack. As silly as it sounds, you'd almost rather take the chance of not getting a lap than getting a poor lap anyways. Every time we go out to in those situations, we're going out for the best time we can get, and in some cases, as we've seen this year so far, and my teammate is came very well from this. When other people don't make it back to the line, he's had the poles, and it's just all about getting the right run. Waiting as long as possible. You don't want to be up at the front. You want to be in the back. We weren't necessarily in the back that last run, but we had about the biggest gap between our vehicles of the 5 trucks we had there. So I was able to use it to our advantage. Definitely was not a very fast lap in matters of lap times we had throughout the qualifying session, but it was better than everybody else's for sure. We had a small gap, and we closed the gap up very, very fast in our lap. I was to Matt Crafton about turn 1, and I just pushed him the rest of the way around the racetrack. So I didn't think we were going to have a pole lap time, but it ended up being better than everyone else's laps, and that's what counted in that session. And hey, a pole's a pole. We'll take it.
Stan.
Okay, Stan Creekmore with CompetitionPlus.com. Prior to getting here and having to practice and qualify, did you sit down with Brad Keselowski, with your crew chief, with other members of your team to get a better feeling for what you were going to experience and to do such an explanatory job that you did today?
Definitely. It's a lot of people, there's fans that do, and there's people out there that don't truly understand or appreciate all the preparation that goes in, not just on the driver's side or the crew chief, but from the fab shop to the guys that just work at the shop, don't come to the racetrack, to the people we have in managing the business as well. There's a lot of people that do a lot of hard work and work more than just the 8 to 5. They truly care about the racing. They truly love racing, and they want to win just as bad as anybody else does in our team. And it takes that hard work and that commitment to have the success we had today in our Draw Tight Ford. And hopefully we can carry that over tomorrow. I know everybody back at the shop is not only just want me to bring it back in one piece, knowing it's Talladega. Right before we left, I was in the shop, and we were all saying, "Hey, bring it back in one piece. We'll be happy." But I'm sure they've heard what's happened, and they're excited to hopefully pull off the win on either side, the 19 or the 29. Those guys work really hard in the shop to put good trucks under us, and it's our job on our end to bring them the good finishes.
Right here, Jerry.
Tyler, Jerry Jordan, kicking the tires. Expand on that a little bit. Will what are your plans as far as talking to Brad, before the race, and also any nerves, thinking about leading the field, into turn one?
It's actually, I'd say leading is a lot easier than following here. You can't really see what's going on, and well, you can actually. I take that back. You can actually see where you're going. In these trucks, it's so hard to see where you're going when you're behind somebody. You have no vision. You're just kind of going off of where the guy in front of you is going. So if you're going straight off a cliff, you're going to follow him, basically. The trucks are so tall, and the spoilers are in the air so high with the spring and shock package that we are, only allowed to, the spec spring and shock package we're only allowed to run here at these plate tracks. So it's really hard to see, especially in the trucks compared to like ARCA or the other cars like Nationwide and Cup. But no, definitely, like you said, I talked to Brad way back before Daytona when we went in there and tested about drafting, how to manipulate the air, how he's had very good success, and where I'd say he broke out in his Cup career was here years ago, and so he knows the plate tracks very well, and he knows a lot of tracks very well, and it's been very helpful to talk to him and kind of get an idea of what I'm looking for when I come into all these new tracks that I've never been to before.
Any other questions for Tyler? Right there in the back, go ahead.
Jason, we're at USA Radio Network. You talked about bringing it home in one piece. I talked to a lot of your competitors after they qualified, and all of them said they plan on aggressively charging to the front. Do you think at the start of the race, when the green flag drops, it's going to be a real challenge to keep it in one piece, that maybe people are going to be a little too over-aggressive at the start?
I don't think, the first 10, 15 laps, everyone's probably going to try and get all they can, especially when everyone's bunched up, starting too wide. Everyone's going to try and get as much as they can. There's some really good trucks that did not qualify good, and they're going to try and get some track position. But really, especially here, you can't win the race here unless it's the last lap. And, eventually as the race winds on, everyone's going to get very aggressive. Even in practice this morning, people were being very aggressive. So it's going to get there. I don't see it happening until later in the race. Obviously, the first couple laps, just like anywhere on a restart or initial start, everyone's going to fight for those positions very hard. But as the race goes on, we're going to probably single file out. And, it's going to be hard to really take a run and make use of it, because there probably isn't going to be a hole to fill with that run. So later on in the race, it's definitely going to get wild. It's just a given here in anything they've ever raced here. So we're going to be on our toes, and hopefully we can just put ourselves in the best spot possible for the end of the race, and hopefully just stay up there. We have a lot of great guys around us, and we have no excuse for this 19 not to get in victory lane. We have a lot of good guys.
Anybody else? Listen, congratulations on this pole. We've been
Thank you.
following your career this year, and wish you all the best tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.